up. See the mark pages on Twitter and whatever site you use there. Oh, Cody Rhodes cooked here. Cody Rhodes, when he gets in his bag, when Raheem gets in his bag, it's all crazy, man. And it's not. All he's doing is yelling. But what's the actual substance of the promo? Because that's what we really need to talk about. All right. So he goes out there, he's yelling, he's incoherent, babbling on about records and such, things that the audience really doesn't care about. Like, should I care about you? Or like, should I care about you being hot? Why should I care about you guys making more money? Like, should I care about the company making more money? Why should I care about you being the guy that leads the company? None of these questions were actually answered in Cody Rhodes' promo, where he is trying to, Triple H, I should say, is trying to defend his garbage. Now, Cody Rhodes starts off the promo, of course, talking about, we all got dressed up and, if Scott Hall and Kevin Nash were discussing the third man, if it was Disco Inferno instead of Hulk Hogan, comparing the Pat McAfee reveal to that. And I'm thing is, who is this supposed to appeal to? Number one, who is this supposed to appeal to? Just the wrestling niche mark fans that know exactly what he's talking about. There's a large majority of fans and people that are watching wrestling today, right, that have never even seen a single episode of WCW. So why is this the way that they decide to go with the comparison instead of, relating it to something that's, real world, giving us a real world comparison as opposed to just referencing shit that happened in wrestling? That's why people can't take this shit seriously, because they're not treating this shit as if it's real. They're treating this shit as if it's, we're fantasy booking this shit. That's how they're treating it. Rhodes goes on to, quote unquote, roast Pat McAfee. He calls him, a Logan Paul without muscles, where I'm not understanding the insult here. Honestly, I don't get it. Okay. But let's go into what the actual substance of the promo is, okay? Now, the actual substance of the promo, we get into around, maybe 30 or 45 seconds into the actual promo. After, kiss my ass. So what are you going to do? Fire me? And it worked so well for you last time. As if anything bad happened to WWE after Cody Rhodes left. I mean, AEW, a company at this point. They're on the way up as far as viewership goes, and Raw and SmackDown are on the way down, so they could catch up before they both inevitably fail, because neither one of them have coherent storylines. But regardless of the fact, around 30-45 seconds into the promo, after he says all that garbage, he says, and I quote, "That's what Randy Orton wants for his legacy. For 15, St. Louis's own Randy Orton, my mentor, my hero. When John Cena was the angel on my shoulder, he was the devil. This was simple. You keep saying it's not personal. And even Stephanie McMahon comes out here, someone who I love and respect." Because it's always about love and respect. You got to throw that in there in any Cody Rhodes promo. If someone I love and respect tells me I need to go there, I need to go to a dark place, I've got to become a bad guy. And I hear it, dark hair, the whole thing. The truth is, better than my excuse usually is, I don't know if I know how to do it anymore. I got 2 kids. I got my dream job in front of this audience here tonight. And that's what you want. No, Cody. That is not what I want. That is what you want. As you just said. Like, this is where we're getting into the substance of the promo, where the people are asking Cody Rhodes, we want to see you do something else. We want to see you turn heel. We want to see you do anything else at all. Okay? Because this right now, this current run that you're on is not cutting it. And while I disagree that just simply turning Cody Rhodes heel is going to make him, make him better. I mean, it'll definitely freshen his character up for sure, turning him heel. But, he'll still need good storylines to go with it if he's going to be a good heel, right? But what he's saying here is that it doesn't matter what the fans want. It doesn't matter if we want him to see something different. It doesn't matter if what we say isn't working, isn't working, because for him, okay, he doesn't think that he can do it anymore. He has his dream job. He doesn't want to even try, to even stress, to even try and figure it out and give it a shot, because why would he? He already has what he wants. So what the fans want doesn't matter. And this is supposed to be the baby face we're talking about here, right? Telling the fans that what they think and what they want does not matter. Okay? And he goes on to say, all right, you got Pat tagging all these sites that only exist because WWE is hot right now. And this is obviously false, okay? Now, the thing that is hot right now is to talk bad on WWE, all right? Now, the real ones like myself have been doing it before it was necessarily fashionable to do in this community, you know, right? Especially when Triple H first was really getting in there, and everyone, all the marks were just, oh, you just got to give him time to cook, man. And I'm like, he's not cooking anything. Like he's not even making a peanut butter jelly sandwich in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? He's throwing bread together. You're getting a bread sandwich. And I want a bread sandwich. I could have, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not even toasting it a little bit. Nothing. He's in the kitchen fucking up. Okay? So it's hot to talk bad about WWE right now, but it's definitely not hot to watch it. As we can see, the ratings are going down. The ticket sales are going down. The merch sales are going down. Everything. The only thing that's going up in the WWE are the dislikes on the YouTube videos. That's the only thing going up in the WWE right now. That's it. Okay? Goes on to say, and you talk about me coming back in Dallas. And next year in Los Angeles, that's a record. The year after that in Philadelphia, that's a record. Followed by Las Vegas, a nearly untouchable record. And I was wrestling Roman Reigns, John Cena, The Rock. But make no mistake about it, they were also wrestling me. Who gives a fuck? What are you doing now is the question. That is the question. What are you doing now? He loves to bring up, oh, this is what I did. I mean, I fought Roman Reigns and I fought John Cena. Okay, but these guys are all bigger names than you. You were the B-side to every single one of these feuds. At every single one of these feuds, the other side was carrying the majority of the feud. You had momentum from the mark audience for sure, but the only thing carrying the feud was the charisma of the other persons and the other people involved in the feud. That is why people were so enthralled, especially during like WrestleMania 40, because that's the biggest one that they can hang their hat on. Although you gotta just give that literally all to The Rock, because everything else surrounding it was garbage. That match itself didn't make sense. All right, they had to try to make it make sense in some convoluted way, right? But The Rock just made everything better. He put a Band-Aid over a gunshot wound, and it worked for a while, okay? But then the bleeding started to fall through, okay? And that was the lead up to WrestleMania 41. And that's this lead up this year, okay? And what we've seen as Cody Rhodes has been champion for the majority of the time over the last couple of years, what we have seen is that the viewership has dwindled. Every week that he is championship, every week that he's champion, the viewership goes down a little bit more, okay? Every feud that he gets is exactly the same as the last. I love and I respect this person, but, they won't go over me. They can't, that won't work for me, brother. That's basically the stick, and it's tiring. But what they're saying is that we've already broken it. Okay, we're going to continue to break records. All right. And we're going to do it with me at the top as babyface. Then he goes on to finish his promo saying this. It's as simple as this. It's a wrestling match with 20 years of history with the two very best wrestlers to do it. And I'm hearing it. I'm hearing those voices inside of my head finally. But you don't want to hear what they have to say. And this is where, obviously we have to understand that Triple H and Cody Rhodes are putting this thing out there very simple, that they have no idea how to tell a story, okay, or how to show a story. How many times have we heard over the last few weeks, the last few months, how much history these guys have? How many times have we heard this? How many times have we heard this regardless of just this feud, okay? Because this is a microcosm of the entire thing, the entire problem in WWE currently, okay? How many times has a feud been based on history? And because of the history, not that Triple H made, but most likely that Vince McMahon, conjured together. McMahon and his creative vision and the writing team of, when Vince McMahon was in charge. All the things that Vince McMahon did, the stories that he created, okay? That's all that guys, have feuds over these days. It seems like, at least, right? And when they go into these feuds, like this feud here, there is no extra, actual story, no actual thread, there's no scenes, there's no plot points, there's no character arc, there's no, Randy's plotting this and Cody suddenly turns it on his head, and no, it's been brawls and promos and Randy beating on Matt Cardona, and now Matt Cardona is out of the picture all together, and he's feuding with Aleister Black all of a sudden, and none of it makes sense, none of it's coherent. And of course, the steam dies down because Cody Rhodes isn't there every week to tell the story, and then Randy Orton, while he's trying to tell the story, and he did a decent job one Friday Night SmackDown, you cannot carry a feud by yourself. And when they're trying to carry the feud together, what do? All they can do is go out there and brawl. Or really, Cody Rhodes just beats the shit out of Randy Orton. Only time Randy Orton beat the shit out of Cody Rhodes is when he got he basically took advantage of Cody Rhodes with his back turned, basically. That's the only time that he beat the shit out of Cody Rhodes. Other than that, Cody Rhodes has been up every time. Cody Rhodes came back and beat the shit out of Randy Orton. Hopped straight off the Wheatley bus to come whoop some ass. Pulled up to the arena and beat Randy Orton's ass. Comes out in the suit last week, or comes out in the suit. It was either last week or this past week, whatever. Comes out in the suit and beats Randy Orton's ass, while Randy Orton is geared up and ready to go. Cody Rhodes is in a suit beating his ass, and on the other side, I'm supposed to hear that, like Stephanie McMahon, she's saying you got to go to a dark place in order to beat Randy Orton. And everybody's saying, Cody Rhodes needs to go to a dark place in order to beat Randy Orton. That's what I'm hearing. But what you're showing me is that Randy Orton can't hang with Cody Rhodes. Sure, Randy Orton, he did some diabolical shit to him the other week, but that's because he got the upper hand. Every time that Cody Rhodes has the upper hand, or even when Randy Orton was in the ring ready to go, and Cody Rhodes was running up and he had to slide into the ring, and Randy Orton didn't kick him or knee him in the face, none of that. Randy Orton gets he had nothing for that. He had nothing for Cody Rhodes sliding in the ring. Cody Rhodes just slides into the ring and whoops his ass in a suit. That's what I'm seeing. So it's like, sure, this is what you're saying. This is what you're telling me. But the story that you're showing me isn't matching up with what you're telling me. And that's why the steam continues to die down. And that's why they have to continue to do this same shtick, where a week or two before the big event, where everybody everybody's saying that this shit sucks and there's no storyline here, or nothing makes sense. They have to go out there a week or two before and have this angry promo where Cody Rhodes or whoever the fuck is in the feud, they try to explain haphazardly what the feud is actually about and why you should care. And it fails every time. Because just because you tell somebody to care about something doesn't mean they will. You got to show people why they should care. We haven't seen Randy Orton do anything diabolical besides beat down Cody Rhodes, and most people wanted to see that happen. Outside of that, beating down Cody Rhodes and Matt Cardona, both times people are chanting, "Go Randy" and "RKO one more time, whoop his ass." While people are chanting this, the storyline is that Randy Orton is in the wrong and Cody Rhodes is in the right, and nobody else feels that way. The audience doesn't feel that way. You have built Cody Rhodes up over the last couple of years as an unstoppable force, as somebody who has corporate power, okay? Somebody who's good and buddy with Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce, somebody who gets his way every single time, somebody who went into this match, who before we even got to this storyline with Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton was supposed to go out into the match with Drew McIntyre. But Cody Rhodes, out of nowhere, just gets a match with Drew McIntyre, beats Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre doesn't get a rematch. And now we're here in this storyline, and then you give us this half-ass shit. We already hated the fact that you beat Drew McIntyre for the title. And then you go ahead and you turn around and you give us a half-ass storyline with Randy Orton, one that the people have been waiting on for years, ever since you came back and won the championship. This was the story that everyone was talking about. This was the story that you had to do. That before it was all said and done, before Randy Orton leaves and before he's out of his, completely out of his prime, before all that, let's have this feud. This is the result of what you gave us. Garbage. And that's why tickets have not been selling, because you haven't sold us on the story. You haven't sold us on this WrestleMania. And like I said, this is just a microcosm. This problem exists across every single feud in WWE right now. That there's nothing on the line. Nothing means anything anymore, because you already know who the favorites are. You already know who's most likely going to win. You already know all this shit, because as long as you know Triple H's psyche even a little bit, you know exactly how these storylines are going to go. Quote unquote, these fucking quote unquote storylines. Can't even call them that. And that's why this promo in particular, not even like way more than Pat McAfee, anything that Pat McAfee could have said. This promo that Cody Rhodes cut, it exposes Triple H and it exposes the business of WWE, like how Triple H feels about the fans and how Cody Rhodes feels about the fans. This exposes it way more than Pat McAfee's promo ever could, because this is straight from the horse's mouth. Okay, this is straight from the golden boy himself, that he's not willing to change because he doesn't want to. He already has everything that he wants, okay? So it's not about what the fans want. It's not about what we as the casuals or the hardcore fans, it's not about what you want. It's about what Cody Rhodes wants. But somehow, some way, this is the babyface. That's why I keep telling you that Triple H, his morals are flipped. His morals are backwards. We're supposed to cheer for the guys who care about money over everything. We're supposed to cheer for the guys who are selfish, who are obviously corporate schmucks. We're supposed to cheer for these guys, the guys who have the power and use that power to step on the little guy. We're supposed to cheer for these guys in Triple H's mind because they have name value, or because Triple H thinks that they're cool, or Triple H thinks that they're the next big thing, or they remind him of Triple H back in the day. Whatever the case is, we're supposed to cheer for these guys just because Triple H wants us to. And these guys have skewed motives, skewed morals. And that could be fine if they were pushed as such. If they were pushed as an anti-hero, such and such. But no, these are supposed to be the white meat baby faces. And not only are they the white meat baby faces, they have no barriers for success, no blockades to success. Everything comes handed down to them. Everything, they get everything they want. Whether it's Sami Zayn, whether it's Cody Rhodes, whether it's CM Punk, whether it's Gunther, right? All these, Rhea Ripley. How dare I forget about his boot thing, Rhea Ripley. We see this in the product. We see every single body, every person that Triple H loves the most, they get the most TV time. They're going to get the most opportunities to get over, and that is what it is. Everybody else that we love and that we want to see get a chance, whether it's LA Knight, whether it's Trick Williams, whether it's Carmelo Hayes, whether it's Obafemi, these guys are not going to be given the chances that we expect them to be given. These guys are going to be given the chances that Triple H thinks is right for them. And if this, based off of Cody Rhodes' promo, if this is what Triple H thinks is right, I don't want to know what this motherfucker thinks is wrong. Okay? I genuinely don't. So that's been the promo for the day. I hope you guys like this breakdown of the promo, because I don't want to have people, push the blame on anybody else. I don't want you to push the blame on TKO or Silver Lake, Endeavor, Ari Emanuel, Nick Khan, Road Dogg, fucking Michael Hayes. I don't give a fuck. don't push the blame on anybody else except for the guy that's at the top that holds the creative pen, because he's the one that creates these storylines. He's the one that books the matches. He's the one that has to approve everything that we see on our TV screens. So, like I said, that's been the video. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments below. Like and subscribe if you want to hear some more. And this has been your boy, Nate the Great, back with another video. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Hey. If you would just sign this.
But Pat, you and everyone who represents you, and I know who I'm talking to, can kiss my ass.
It seems the heels advocate has to make this video, my brothers and sisters, because I genuinely, while I was watching the Pat McAfee review, like I was so heated, I went on my rant. But in the meanwhile, like I saw this promo happen with Cody, but I wasn't really locked in. I was still talking about whatever, right? But in this segment, now that I rewatched it, he actually went off script, right? Because pay attention to what he said at the beginning. Pat McAfee and those who represent you. What does that mean? Let's take a look at it. And this is something that I did not know. But Ari Emanuel, right? So he's like a Hollywood super agent, but also the head of TKO CEO, you know what I'm saying? He is an agent for talent, and in February of this year, he started representing Pat McAfee as well, right? So this guy is super connected with Hollywood and entertainment. If he is your agent, bro, you know what I'm saying? You're everywhere, bro. And that's literally what's been going on with Pat McAfee. Ari Emanuel stated his goal is to transform the sports media personality into the next Sylvester Stallone. So he's got heavy goals with the man, okay? Let's just see. Under Ari Emanuel's representation, McAfee has already secured several major acting roles in Tulsa King. That's pretty good. Mosquito Bowl, Rushmore, pretty good. And now he's also getting involved with the Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton match. And at this point, I'm starting to question a few things here. Because if you guys remember last year when we went into WrestleMania, by the Elimination Chamber, what happened? You know, we had The Rock's involvement. Rock said it himself. Ari Emanuel called him up and he said tickets were, you know, kind of moving slow. We need the final boss back, and that's what he gave him.
Okay, so with the fans, so I got a call about a month before Elimination Chamber. I get a call from Ari Emanuel, who we know owns TKO. TKO owns WWE. He's been my longtime business partner and one of my best friends for over 20 years. He said, we need help at Elimination Chamber. Ticket sales are a little slow, but beyond that, what we are finding is with Elimination Chamber, it's become the pay-per-view that's been interesting. Fans have had fun, but it's also the conduit to WrestleMania. And how do we create a Elimination Chamber that people must tune in to see?
And so you literally heard it from the man himself. Tickets were moving slow. Thus, Ari Emanuel looked at Triple H's head, like the way that he went ahead into booking Chamber. Chamber was slow. And the freaking event was in Toronto, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? The third biggest PLE of the year and you can't sell it out? That's crazy, you know what I'm saying? But still. And with Cena was there. Crazy. But nonetheless, that's why he needed him. This year, it's the same whole like ordeal. But this is a pattern here for Cody, right? This is why Cody was fed up. 2000... Remember, okay, so like WrestleMania 40, The Rock literally
I sometimes wonder about your fight.
It is such a burden in real life to step aside and give him his freaking main event.
Cannot imagine.
He won the Rumble and he's gonna step aside. That's crazy, right? So understandably, he was upset.
And there might be fans who are upset that I've been talking about this title for 2 years and haven't decided to wrestle Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
And so clearly, in real life, as a wrestler, as a performer, he is upset. And then the following year, once again, there is another shoehorn insertion of a random guy. Also, okay, it was The Rock, but let's not forget, freaking Travis Scott was involved, okay? And then he was involved in the main event. Here he's going to talk about Travis Scott and his, like, it was kind of brief, but, you know, you'll see.
I like Travis Scott. I think it's safe to say at this point, I like Travis Scott. I like that he lended us his time and that we had moments with him. I mean, he took a crossroads. Most people just remember the slap, and I'm going to be on this side of history with it. I know it wasn't everyone's favorite thing.
There you go. I know it wasn't everybody's favorite thing. This is your WrestleMania 41 main event against John Cena. You are the babyface. For the first time ever, Cena is a genuine heel. Literally a historic night. And freaking Travis Scott walks into the freaking arena, and that is why you lose the match. That is why Cena wins the match. Come on, man. And now for the third year in a row, when it was supposed to be a one-on-one, a legitimate match, right? Another mentor of his, Randy Orton, he said, Cena was the angel on my shoulder, and he's a devil, right? And even like in this promo, right, he says, oh yeah, that is what Randy Orton, you know, deserves for his 15th title attempt or whatever, right?
That's what Randy Orton wants for his legacy.
That's what Randy Orton wants for his legacy, because this is exactly what Randy Orton wanted, right? He wanted to go out there and have Pat McAfee join in and, you know what I'm saying, like eat with him. That is what he wanted, right? So clearly he was upset. And this situation, and I know that, you know, I've made videos talking about how, like, you know, let's just not immediately put the entire blame away on Ari Emanuel, right?
Hey,
because the fact of the matter is this. The position that I hold towards the situation is, had WrestleMania 41 been built up properly, had the entire year of 2025 been W, had it been a great year, had we have, you know, properly rounded off 2025 with Cena in a way that can kind of make it interesting for Cody Rhodes to walk into the following year's Mania with some proper momentum, then yeah, why else, you know what I'm saying, like, would something like that, like this need to happen? Because it wouldn't, right? If everything was good, then it wouldn't really need to happen. On another note, I am not going to sit here and completely say, like, you know, the reports are true. It's all speculation. But one thing is for certain, if there is somebody that's going to, like, you know, like shoehorn Ari Emanuel into it, I'm sorry, like, you know, Pat McAfee into it, it is Ari Emanuel. But at the same time, I still have to believe there is some freaking involvement with Triple H, because there's no way this is going to go past. And I know Ari Emanuel is the boss, but still, man, like, to immediately say, oh yeah, this wasn't Triple H. Come on, like, how is this not Triple H's fault? How is this not Triple H's fault? Randy Orton turns heel 1 week. The following week, this guy is not even there. This, like, you know, and the week that he's not there, Randy Orton is out there getting freaking, like, you know, lectured by Zack Ryder. And then he's punching down Zack Ryder. And as if that was not good enough, you literally have Jelly Bean out here freaking, you know, like, giving him pep talks, right? So this is literally him turning a week later, and Randy Orton is having, like, this, like, you know, like civilian freaking interaction with Jelly Roll. Like, you would assume that if Randy Orton turned heel and he beat down on Cody, that is something so severe that we're left to wonder what is next. But what is next is next week he comes out, he's smiley and goofy, and he says, hey, what do you want to talk about? Is that really the way that Triple H should book this? Is that really the way that Randy Orton needs to be portrayed? There has to be mystique. There has to be intrigue. When Cena turned heel for 3 weeks, radio silence, right? You had to guess what the hell was going to happen next. And I get it, right? The novelty of Cena turning heel is much bigger than, you know, Randy Orton. But still, you have to kind of play into that, because this is the first time when Randy Orton, ever since Cody came back, that he actually turned on Cody. Like, they've always been friends. Last year during King of the Ring and that entire tournament, yeah, they had a match. Yes, Cody beat him,
popular.
but even in that match, Randy Orton showed some glimpses of turning heel. So that actual heel turn is not that surprising, but we have to play it up. We can't just have him come out the following week and Cody Rhodes, who got brutalized, not even there to get his revenge or address the crowd. That's where you lose me. And then
the citizens are demanding elections, President.
Happens.
It
That's
seems that they want a choice
That's
in how they are ruled.
Had it been Stephanie McMahon and Randy Orton being face to face and them cutting a promo, that would be much better. Randy can hit a freaking RKO on Stephanie. Triple H can walk down. RKO onto Triple H. Then Cody Rhodes comes out. Boom. Cody Rhodes gets RKO'd as well. Randy rolls out of the ring. He gets a steel chair. Boom. Steel chair on Stephanie. Steel chair on Triple H. Steel chair on Cody. He folds the chair open. Sits on it. Looks into the freaking main camera with the title in his hands. And he does that, right? That is much more interesting. If that happened, where would Ari Emanuel feel the need to place Pat McAfee? I don't know. I don't think so at all, right? Like, there would be genuinely no reason for me to put into it. Would Pat McAfee still have a role at WrestleMania? Absolutely. He's one of the biggest stars in the WWE, global, sports personality. But he would be involved in another match, He would be definitely involved in maybe the I Show Speed match, the Liliana Trick Williams stuff, or even something completely else. It doesn't matter. But when Cody Rhodes came out and cut that promo, that was legit. Because you have to understand, from the point of view of Cody's fed up with this. And if, let's just say hypothetically, this is completely Ari Emanuel just shoehorning him into it, saying, I'm the boss, this is my agent, he's going to do what I tell you, you're going to book it just the way I want it. Let's just approach it from that perspective. Triple H would be mad. Triple H would be mad. People are already dissatisfied with the way that he's booking, and now his boss is going to add more fuel onto him. So maybe about an hour or two, I would say, I think, SmackDown is 3 hours. That was the first segment. 2 hours later into the show, Cody comes out, and I think this was impromptu. Because genuinely speaking, if it is in kayfabe, Cody came out first of all to attack Randy. He was beating him down, and Pat McAfee comes in, and he saves Randy. He turns on Cody as well. Then he goes out there and walks away with Randy Orton. We would have to assume that maybe the beating that Cody took was severe enough for him to be laying low for the entire episode, but they saw immediately the freaking backlash that they received. Triple H was like, hey, Cody, can you go out there and cut a promo? And Cody cut a promo that is tongue-in-cheek, all right? He was being really tongue-in-cheek because he said, what are you going to do? Are you going to fire me? Because that worked so well last time. Clearly referencing that they cut him as Goldust. He came back as the American Nightmare. And if Cody Rhodes were to get cut today and he goes back to AEW, he's massively over, He's massively over. I mean, he's going to bring AEW into another level. And I hope maybe one day he can go back to AEW. I mean, because genuinely speaking, it is the house that he built, If you were there for All In, that was Cody initiating it. It was kind of this like back and forth with Dave Meltzer kind of daring him that the current indie scene in North America cannot fill, what was it, a 10,000, 15,000 seater. Cody was like, all right, bet. That's how All In was created. So clearly referencing all of that plays into the nature of how real it is. And I'm kind of interested now in this matchup to see where this is going to go. Because if it is genuinely real, and if you're not getting worked, I would like to believe this is real. Then if Ari Emanuel is pissed, you can only guess what's going to happen. Randy's going to win at WrestleMania. Maybe, right? Maybe if this is legit, Ari Emanuel's going to be like, hey, man, maybe you need a little bit of humbling, right? And he's going to go on a 2-year losing streak that Roman Reigns was on. Maybe. Who knows? And then maybe Cody Rhodes is going to be forced to play back as Stardust. You could only imagine that. If this is real, and if there are real repercussions, and if there are real freaking beatdowns that this guy is about to receive, then hey, this might be something that even Cody can't avoid. Maybe a punishment is coming, but I like to believe that this was a real segment. I would like to believe that everything that he said came from his heart, and this makes me more interested in this match than it does make me interested in the storyline. Right, the match, the outcome is more interesting to me than the storyline. I want to see who wins now. I really want to see, because if you think about it, if Pat McAfee is involved, Randy Orton has backup. And at WrestleMania, if Randy Orton has backup, just the same way Cena had backup last year, then maybe he will lose. But if that is the way that he will lose, I fail to see where the punishment is going to kick in. Because if Randy Orton wins by cheating, that inevitably will mean that somewhere down the line, Cody's got to win clean. I'm sorry, like if he loses dirty, he has to win clean later on and get his title back. So is it really a punishment? We'll see, right? But if Cody wins clean, if he gets over on Randy and then Randy beats him later on, I think that is a little bit more believable. But if we have another year with another freaking swerve, somebody getting involved in it, whether it be Rock for WrestleMania 40, whether it be Sell Me Your Soul 41, whether it be Pat McAfee 42, we have to realize that at some point this guy is going to really snap and be sick of this. But in all of this, there's one thing that we have to be honest about. The quality of WWE has shifted downwards. The quality has nosedived. Cody can't carry a legitimate storyline on his own. He needs a super villain. He needs a tribal chief mega heel Roman Reigns. He needs a final boss. He needs a John Cena to turn heel with the help of The Rock and Travis Scott. He needs all of that to be a right opposition. And even in this promo, he goes out to say that, oh yeah, maybe I can't be a heel. You know, I'm where I want to be. I'm the face of the company. Everybody loves me. I got 2 kids. I got a pretty wife. I got everything that I want. I can't be the guy with a chip on his shoulder that's going to create AEW and be the counter to the WWE. He's not Stardust, who turned himself into the American Nightmare no more. He is just Cody Rhodes, the champion of the WWE. And it is really hard to take him as a heel if he were to just suddenly wake up one day and become a heel. I know that we're all sick and tired of this guy. He can't carry a freaking storyline on his own. I mean, you know, this entire year on SmackDown has been disastrous, and I hope later this year he can go to Raw and CM Punk or Roman can genuinely go back to freaking SmackDown, because it's like SmackDown has been awful for this guy. It genuinely has been awful for this guy. Last year, the only reason to watch SmackDown was for freaking Cena. And so this is all of the frustration for this guy. After finally beating Cody after finally beating Roman Reigns, he hasn't had a proper build up to his own Mania. And now this year, he's going to main event night 1. And now Pat McAfee is involved. Last year, Travis Scott was involved. You know, WrestleMania 40, The Rock was involved. And he had to wrestle 2 nights. Obviously, he came out of it better. That was a lucky accident, happy accident. But they're not going to be so happy and they're not going to be so lucky no more, because this year is going to be totally different. And this year is going to be the year that we are all going to get cooked. And I'm excited to see what's going to, come out of this. But I'm excited for all the wrong reasons, because I'm excited to look at a freaking car crash. My brothers and sisters, it seemed the Heels Advocate had to make this video.
I'm sure the good citizens... election is a landslide, Presidente. The metaphorical kind, not the kind that accidentally reduces the size of the workforce.
All right, friends, it's T-Bud. I'm back with a new video to react to the gym lifting, recruiting, fitness, gear slave, our good friend here, Jason Blaha. So in this video, Jason Blaha says, do we need carbohydrates to gain muscle? Carbohydrates, they don't build muscles, dude. But if you want to gain fake muscles, give the illusion you have muscles, yeah, eat a lot of carbohydrates and you'll blow up like a bicycle pump.
Are carbohydrates necessary for muscle growth?
I mean, for fake muscle growth, it's necessary for fake muscle growth. If you want to fake it to make it, eat a lot of carbs and you'll fake it and everybody will think you've made it. Get it? That's the idea. Just like steroids, you're faking it to make it.
It's Jason Blaha here, and I thought I would answer this question for you guys today. But
look, dude, man, carbohydrates, they do not build myofibrillar growth, real muscle growth. So what does it exactly do when they say we got to get pumped up before the show as well? They eat carbs all the time. Why do these so-called lifters eat carbs all the time? Because carbs make you fat and put on a lot of weight. You hold on a lot of water weight, a lot of weight. Plus, it's loaded in your muscle. It's loaded as fat, everything. And you just look massive like a herbivore animal.
Quick reminder, if you will please click like and drop me a comment down below. I'd appreciate it. You know, so when we go into this topic, I think we need to understand there's a lot of nuance here. And let me be clear, I tend to...
It's like asking, do fat people need to eat carbohydrates to get fat? How are they getting fat? Well, they're obviously not going to get fat eating meat, right? So do they need carbs to get fat, to hypertrophy their fat muscle cells? Yeah.
Do really well on low-carb diets. Not everybody does. I have no trouble gaining muscle or strength. I've used them to lose weight in the past. I'm at the moment running lower carbs again. I tend to look leaner. Now, that being said,
Of course he looks leaner because he lost fat. You lose a lot of garbage weight eating carbohydrates. Duh.
You feel like this sort of topic is a very, very individual thing. And let me be clear, there have been phases where I ran, it's like 70% carbohydrate diets. I have clients who are jacked and lean who run extremely high carbohydrate diets.
That's crazy.
Just fine, and they feel great, they excel on it, they look good. Okay?
Yeah, it's like, look, man, it's like this. Do you want to run your Ferrari on premium gas, or do you want to run it on regular gas, garbage gas, and find out what will happen? See what I mean? So you're going to find out what happens when you run on carbohydrates, regular gas, as opposed to premium gas, animal fat. As a carnivore animal, you run on animal fat. You'll always run better on animal fat because why? Because you're a carnivore animal, dude. Get it? That's how carnivore animals, they run better on animal fat. They don't run good on plants because they're not plant eaters. But hey, man, I digress. You want to run on plants, like I said, each to their own. You have to figure it out on your own. You're all going to find out in the end. But like it says, they've done experiments, man. They've done experiments in the lab. Yes, by 40, it says that you'll be fucked. You'll be finished at 40. If you run off of carbohydrates to the age of 40, you're going to be screwed after 40. And guess what? My experience tells me yes. I know that for a fact, okay? So there you go. You figure it out.
I also have clients on the other extreme. So here's the point I'm going to make with this. I don't think that we need to be dogmatic in regards to this. And there have been cases, times in the past where I've been a little dogmatic with certain aspects of it, particularly when I've done my own higher carbohydrate phases. And I think there can be a massive amount of merit to that type of training, particularly if you're doing a large amount of...
You want to domesticate yourself, keep eating carbs. It'll give you a bad look, carbohydrates. It's probably good to pump yourself up on the way there, maybe give you some energy while you're still young. You can manage it, but it's not something you want to stay on the rest of your life, man. That's just crazy. You'll destroy yourself, man. And then you can't really undomesticate yourself. You'll always look bad. That's why people always, when they go, I'm going on a cutting phase or whatever it is they're doing, they always revert back to eating animal products. They cut out carbohydrates. Why? Because you're not going to look good on carbs because it domesticates you. You look like shit.
Cardio also. Because that's really what seems to be happening. Cardio is extremely carbohydrate driven if you're doing
carbohydrates. What is carbohydrates? Sugar. The excessive amount of sugar in your system will convert to glucose and be loaded in the muscle. But here's the thing. Remember, glycation equals deterioration. So the more glycation you have, that's why he says, oh, these guys do really good on a high glycation. So the higher the glycation that comes in, glycation equals deterioration because you're building up proteins and breaking them down all day long. Your body's getting rid of bad proteins. So when you eat all this glycation, guess what happens? It interferes with the removal of the bad proteins. So glycation equals deterioration because bad shit is coming in. And it can't remove it faster than it's going out. Get it, dude?
Endurance, large amounts of endurance. It's actually hard to get by on fat when you do that. But in terms of muscle growth itself,
even Hollywood knows this. They know they have these people, they hire them to help them to look young. So they tell them, you need to cut out all sugar, glycation. That Singaporean guy, what's his name? That guy, that Chulo Long guy, the Singaporean guy that looks 22 at the age of 60. He says, I don't eat any sugar. That's why he looks the way he does. Here's another factor. I'll explain something to you about myself. I was lucky too, I think, at some point. A good majority of the time, I never wanted to eat stuff with sugar, that's for sure, because I knew sugar was bad. So I did eat cereal like other people, but I ate cornflakes because cornflakes had the most reduction in any kind of sugar. And so I would just eat cornflakes for breakfast all the time. And even when I was just hungry, sometimes I'd eat cornflakes and milk. So it doesn't really carry that much sugar as other foods do in your diet, because people are eating carbs all day like crazy shit all day. So probably that's one of the things that didn't completely destroy me, because I just didn't really consume pops. I didn't really consume a lot of sugar in my diet, other than I had like cornflakes. I would eat cornflakes all the time with like milk, and I'd still do that throughout my adulthood. But yeah, I know it's still peasant slave food diet, dude. But yeah, at the time, it was what it was. Growing up and stuff. That's all I could eat at home. But like I said, the majority of the time, I didn't really. I ate a lot of meat all the time. I stayed away from sugar a lot, as much as I could. Yeah, probably that's why I haven't completely deteriorated. Blaha, he's on a very high peasant slave food, carbohydrate, sugar diet. That's why he looks the way he does. He's going to deteriorate even faster, because 90% of his diet, I think 80% or 85 or something, is all carbs and plants and shit, everything. It's all sugar. And then you have, like, I don't know. It's still sugar because he cooks his meat and stuff, so it's glycated. You know what I mean? His body can't remove all of that glycation. So the 50% of meat, or maybe 15% protein, animal products, the rest is plants. That's why he looks so bad.
The evidence just simply doesn't support this, right? And again, I always see, I'll mention guys like Minnow occasionally, because he is a researcher who is big on this, and I don't always agree with everything, Minnow has to say, but he does raise good points, and I saw him linking recently again. And I've been doing this sort of diet again for a while.
Even I can't be that certain. Maybe carbohydrates prevent the growth of myofibrillar growth. Maybe it's kind of like a battle. You're battling in between. I'm really not sure, man. I can't really tell you. Look, it's like this, man. You wouldn't feed that to your dog, so why feed it to yourself? You're a carnivore animal, so why give it to your dog? You wouldn't give it to him, so why give it to yourself? So the question is this: is it defeating the purpose of you building muscle, eating carbohydrates? I don't know. You need to experiment. You need to find out. Me personally, I tend to grow really good now on raw meat. If I go do a damaging session, I want to build my muscle, like build up some myofibrillar growth. Holy shit, it is so much better. I look so much better, and it's so much better on raw animal products. It's crazy. So there's the experimentation. You got to try on your own. You got to figure it out. Now, looking at Blaha, it isn't working for him. Think it's time to try something new, Blaha.
I'm linking some stuff saying, yeah, there are studies showing that carbohydrate intake itself is in no way correlated to muscle growth. Meaning...
Of course not. Why would it build a myofibrillar? It's not protein, it's carbohydrate.
Total energy intake and then protein seem to be the big factors. And we have to remember that. If we're not doing large amounts of activity, that involve needing carbohydrates.
Carbohydrates were meant for slaves so they could work them, go to work. That's the idea. And then you get burnt out at the end. That's why nobody wants you after 40.
They don't affect our training that much. If we're weightlifting, I think people don't understand how little carbohydrate and glucose we actually burn in the lifting process. Yes, lifting weights is going to be almost entirely glycogen. The actual lifting. And I get it. You guys will see me do stuff like 21 reps with 315 on a squat, or 12 reps with 405.
You are literally running off of drugs, because sugar is a drug. It's just legalized. That's all.
You'll look at that and go, man, that's a lot of energy burn, but it really isn't. Yeah. It's like a gram or two of carbohydrate burn. Okay, do we understand that?
No.
You burn a lot of energy in between your sets, like your heart rate and everything is up, you're breathing deep, so you're going to have all of that happening in between sets, but the training, the lifting itself, the actual lifting is less energy than people realize. And I think the studies I've seen show that on average, we go through about 15 grams of carbohydrate per hour of lifting.
Really?
Now, most of you are not lifting for 4 hours a day, 6 days a week. And if you are, you need to be on drugs at that point.
Okay.
If you're doing that, natty, it's just silly.
I used to struggle with tracking.
If you're doing that, natty, it's just silly. It's completely absurd. So, it's not as much as people think it is. And so what we usually find, though, in terms of glycogen replenishment, the insulin response, protein handles it. Like, protein itself is very insulinogenic. And that's where a lot of the low-carb people get really stupid. They'll eat certain aspects of their diet that can cause insulin resistance, like if they're eating excessive saturated fat, that can contribute. You know, and then argue about the insulin hypothesis, but protein is very insulinogenic, and insulin is extremely anabolic to muscle tissue, right? It's extremely anabolic to muscle tissue. And I would argue you need a large amount of healthy fats in your diet. If you're gonna go low carb, you need to be eating a lot of polyunsaturated and monounsaturated fats to enhance insulin sensitivity to get the most out of that protein response.
Coming from Blaha, you want to do the opposite of everything that he's doing, man.
But what we find is that if protein is high, like on a high protein diet, carbohydrates become completely unnecessary for muscle preservation, right? For insulin response, any of that we need for muscle growth. And so what we find is that protein is still the biggest driver. Protein and then energy. Right? Are you consuming enough energy to not be losing much weight or to maintain weight? Or if you need to gain weight, is it a positive surplus? And I'm not talking about that we need to bulk. I don't think we need to bulk in the traditional sense, but very slow weight gain. If you need to get, like, look, if you want to be 185 pounds lean and you're 170 pounds lean, you are going to eventually have to gain 15 pounds. That's what we mean. It might be 3 years. It might be 4 years, so it's not a true bulk like people are thinking. But yeah, you know, you have to have sufficient calories and energy intake. But in terms of that, as far as muscle growth is concerned, fats and carbohydrates work just as well. And we can make the very strong case for healthy fats there, right? You can make a very strong case for healthy fats in terms of doing that. Your omega-3s, and then things like your monounsaturated, particularly plant-based monounsaturated. I think avocados, olive oil, things like that.
Plants aren't healthy fats for carnivore animals. He's full of shit, man. He's crazy. Now he says healthy fats. You need healthy fats. Healthy fats are what? Animal products are healthy fats. You don't eat plants, man. It's ridiculous.
Right. I'm a massive fan of avocados. For those who haven't realized it yet, like, I eat avocados every single day, day in and day out. But yeah, absolutely. So.
Yeah, he eats avocados every day, day in and day out. Now, take a good look at what he looks like, an avocado. That's what you look like when you eat avocados, dude. Get it?
When we really start looking at the data, there's no real evidence, and there's plenty of evidence to the contrary, that it really is protein, and then total energy balance. So the point here is, are carbohydrates necessary for muscle growth or performance? No. Now, if you're trying to do endurance sports, yes, absolutely. You're going to need them. But if you're just trying to get jacked and lean and strong, they're not strictly necessary. And fat works just as well according to all the available data. So it's a matter of personal preference, what you're comfortable with, what your taste, how you feel. So there's a lot of individual factors at play there. You know, and that's something I always point out. Every time I do the higher carb diet and I talk about it, people always know I look fatter, even on similar energy intakes. So it's always funny. And I personally tend to do and thrive quite well on, lower carbohydrates, and I have most of the time. You know, and I've run both approaches a lot. And it's the same way with different clients of mine. Some people simply do better and prefer one over the other. But, carbohydrates are not strictly necessary even to optimize muscle growth.
I earn PC optimal points for every dollar I...
An official statement from the palace confirms a meteor shower is going to narrowly miss Tropico. El Presidente asks for your gratitude for its majestic achievement.
Great, Presidente! I'm actually surprised the drones work as well as they do. I was expecting more.
You know, Presidente, those drones of yours, they're not as inherently evil as I first thought. Of course, they still take jobs from desperate lower-class working people who then have to struggle to find new jobs. But there are still ways they can be used for good.
Official word from the palace. This was not a refugee crisis, but merely a special Fiesta de los Vagabundos. We hope you had a great time. Tropico's flying cars have improved in leaps and bounds over the last decade. New flight times are almost a minute. Well done, nerds. Keep going.
Hey, hi, Presidente, sir. So, I can't help but notice.
The Wealth from Health Corporation are slashing the prices of plastic surgery this month. Get a free, freaky lip plumping with every nip and tuck.
You're a friend of the Earth. Excuse me, Presidente. My lunch just came flying through the window and I had to dig in. Luckily, I had the window open this time. I don't think my arm can take any more cuts. Eureka, Presidente! Oh, I'm so excited. This is gonna change everything. Presidente, I have the most amazing idea.
Canal Uno would like to draw the attention of all citizens to the beautiful meteor trails in the sky and the thrilling explosions on nearby islands. Exciting! An official statement from the palace declares cryptocurrency to be unpatriotic. If it doesn't have a picture of El Presidente on it, it's not currency. Thanks to decisive action from the palace, the meteor refugee crisis has ended. All citizens are required to send thank you notes to El Presidente immediately.
from people just, talking about drug stuff, but I also got some concerned emails. I didn't think about it when I put it out. Like a lot of times I just do that. And yeah, it sounds kind of like it's kind of fucked up when I think about it, when I listen back to it. Like I did a whole thing here, was it yesterday, on mental health and my experiences in the mental health industry, because it is a for-profit thing, so I refer to it as an industry. And I'm like, it was so triggering when I was doing it. I got really butthurt about it because I feel like, I was lucky I pulled out of it, but there's people that are really victimized by the whole mental health thing. They take people who, maybe a bit like myself and like some of us, where we can kind of perceive layers of reality that other people don't. More people like that every day, to being able to see through things, and it's a combination of the disintegrating veil and the power up we got from the human resonance taking a bump in 2012 and then 2016. So they're like both kind of coalescing, so people are able to see stuff they couldn't see before. I always give the example of the field books. When I used to work in engineering, which I did for 30 plus years, when I did do research pre-internet, we'd have to go into these old city halls buildings or registry of deeds or whatever, and we'd go into these dusty basements, and there'd always be these field books on the shelves. Now, field books are little books like a surveyor will take with them out into the field, hence the name. And they're usually pretty small, something you can put in your back pocket. And basically, you could just make notes, or if you're getting angles on something, you make all the notes and then you bring that into the office, and from there they would create like a larger plan, drawing of everything. So they're basically little handbooks, And we would go into these registry of deeds and have to, sometimes we couldn't get enough information on the job we were doing, so we'd have to dig a lot deeper and find older recorded stuff from the land. And, we'd go into a vault here, and these field books would take two guys, me and my partner, to carry them off the fucking shelving. But have to go up on a little step stool, grab the books, and it would take two guys to handle it. One guy couldn't pick it up. And you'd put it on a big table and you'd boom, and go through it. I was working with them, looking at them, copying information from them. Never once did I think, why are these fucking things so huge? These are field books. These are field notes. They're usually a little small book. Who's bringing this thing into the field? You have two guys carrying this around the job site? No, they're fucking gigantic. Who is using these and putting this in their back pocket? Well, now they look at them like, well, these are clearly built for much bigger people, whether it's, we call them giants, whatever. The biblical heroes of yesteryear, or just a significant part of the population, depending on what theory you kind of go with. But they were clearly used by much larger people. Now, even though I was handling them, looking at them, it never crossed my mind. Like, why are these huge? And that's how the veil works. You're looking at something, but you're not seeing it. Like, you're not seeing what's going on. Just like these old Tartarian kind of buildings. My dad's building was like that too. You just walk around it and you'd see the first floor that have windows built into the ground. They would go below ground level. And I think once in a while I'd just think, oh, that's a weird design choice. Like, why would they build it there so they could see half of what's in the soil? I don't know. It just seems stupid. But I didn't think about it that much, even though I was looking right at it. Now I understand by looking at it and say, oh, this is buried. This is underground. And even the basement of that building, in the basement there was all this intricate kind of brickwork and stonework, not all along the basement, but there were hallways built into the basement with windows, with built-in windows that would just look into the next hallway or look into nothing. And I saw it all the time, like take note of it, but I never thought, why would they build windows in a basement to look at the basement? You know, it was clearly outside before. It used to be outside. And the front of the building had this huge pile, when you went in the basement, of sediment. This huge pile of, like, dirt and whatever, ground sand, soil, all piled up near the front of the basement as if there was a cave-in, right? But there was no hole. And I would see that all the time, but I never thought, we had staircases that led nowhere. You'd look into like what would be a closed-up door. They put a door. You open it, and there's a staircase, and it would just it would stop at the ceiling. Like there used to be a way to go up. The building was from, they say, the 1800s. My dad renovated the whole thing, spent an astronomical amount of money doing this. But, it had all kinds of weird features like that. And I would see it. I'm looking at it. I'm working in there. Never did I really think about it. Like, why is this like this? Or in the field books. Or when I look at, I know I use this example all the time. It's a good one. So, Michelle Obama, being on Ellen dancing or coming out of a building with Secret Service, and you see her walking down the stairs, and you see an appendage swinging between her legs. I can see that now. It didn't show up there. It was always there. I just wasn't seeing it, So they take people there are people that had started doing that, being able to see stuff a long time ago, and something like that would get you put into the crazy fucking asylum, the crazy wing of the hospital. And once you're in there, then they basically become a guinea pig for the pharmaceutical industry, because they don't know. It's not like when you break your leg, they hook you up to a machine and they go look at the x-rays. When you have a mental health situation, there's no machine they can hook you up to. The doctor has only two things at his disposal to get a diagnosis, and that is observation and feedback from the patient. I'm redoing the video. I can't do this. I'm supposed to be commenting on something else. But as I was doing this, talking about this stuff, I was just getting angry. And when I was done with it, I'm like, I can't edit that because I don't want to listen to it all again. So I'm like, maybe I'll put it in one of those oops, no edits kind of video, which I think I'm still gonna do. But so I how does this tie into the drug thing? Help me. What have we done? Because you're partially responsible for this. Because I'm talking to you. I don't know. But the drug thing is, I'm fine. I'm not like, junked out, step away from the street. I've always been kind of like this with the drug thing. I haven't been on like street stuff for many years. My days of like going hard kind of stopped around, this is how I got into the fucking nut hut, okay. Around 2008, my doctor said if I didn't chill out, I was going to die. I don't know if it really was, that's what they told me. He said try to slow down for like a week. So I did, and then the week turned into a month, and then the months went on, and I got away from all that stuff. I found different ways to channel my energy and time and money, and I left the band. I got out of music to try to, fix my shit. And when I got off everything, all the drugs, I stopped partying, a lot of my old, what they call mental health issues started to come back. I had them since I was a kid to varying degrees. But I built up all these tips and tricks of how to deal with it, you know? And then when I got into my young adulthood, I started, you know, using drugs and alcohol, and that covered up all the
Presidente.
shit. So when I came off all the drugs
Simply
and alcohol,
why
I'd
do
forgotten
you
those little
hate
tips
your
and
own
tricks I would use to keep myself, to give myself the appearance of being normal. So it all kind of hit me at once, and that's how I ended up in fucking that. So yeah, there's a whole lot more to that story, but yeah, I'm okay. Like I'm not like. Hey, it's nice that people are concerned. I think that's cool, but I didn't mean to like freak people out with that whole thing. And I am gonna answer the stuff that I was sent, and I appreciate that people actually seem to give a fuck, because it's really cool. Not to get gay about it, but yeah. So yeah, I just want to make a follow-up here to say, yeah, I'm not about to junk out in a fucking flop house somewhere. Not that that couldn't happen to me. And in fact, if I didn't have Nia, it probably very likely would. But okay, thanks for popping in. I just wanted to make a note of that. I'm working on a bunch of other stuff right now, and hopefully I'll have some out this afternoon. I got so much footage, and I've just been slacking on the editing because I had too many other life things happening at once that I have to deal with. But yeah, thank you for being interested, and we'll continue to keep our eye on the spiritual war, as I'm a spiritual war correspondent. It's my job to look at this stuff and then point at it and laugh and encourage you to do the same. Until then, don't blame the teacher, blame the school.
I know. You're gonna have to process that for a second. That makes sense. Still, though, I'm gonna need you to do it, or all these people are gonna die. Then Carl dies. Then the people back home die. And then you, eventually. We keep you breathing for a few years just so you can stew on it.
You don't have to do this. We understand. We understand.
You understand? Yeah. I'm not sure that Rick does. I want to need a clean cut right there on that line. Now, I know this is a screwed up thing to ask, but it's gonna have to be like a salami slice. Nothing messy, clean, 45 degrees. Give us something to fold over. We got a great doctor. The kid will be fine. Probably. Rick. This needs to happen now. Chop, chop.
Oh, Adam, it's so weird. You're older than my husband, but you have
Shut up, Mark.
much smaller balls. You have Bart's penis.
Yeah.
No, actually, you have Maggie's penis. Have Maggie's clit as a penis.
Mean. That's mean to say about your baby daughter.
It's a nice size clit.
She's got a perfect pussy.
But it's a bad size cock for a 39-year-old man.
Not 39.
For a man older than my husband Homer.
Yeah. It's not true.
It's a cute pussy. And you've got a baby's pussy for a dick.
That's really mean. The Simpsons. That's really
Adam Friedland.
Adam is gay.
Adam
and his
Friedland
dick
guest
is
star
small. We found
on
a
this
new-
week's episode of The Simpsons.
You found a
on
new
Fox.
way to say. You found a new way.
Starting
to say
at 8/7
small dick.
Central, The Simpsons, with special guest star Adam Friedland.
Oh, Adam, your penis is a baby's
Looks
like a
pussy.
baby's pussy.
Did somebody say Adam's showing his penis?
No, who's that?
Ah, Mr. Burns.
Burns, yeah.
You're the oldest man in town, so naturally you've seen the most penises.
That's right, Smithers.
What's the smallest one you've ever seen?
That one right there. I'm looking at it.
It's Adam's baby pussy penis.
Whoa, nice little fucking girl's pussy, man.
Was that Otto?
Oh,
Yeah.
dude. This should call the dick, little dude. Get it?
Sometimes I drive a school bus, and sometimes you accidentally see a child's
Oh.
penis, and they're all bigger than that one.
I drive a school bus for a living, and this is the first time I wanted to kill myself. That is a small penis.
No.
Hey, Homer, you can't bring your tiny dick friend in here. Homer, he can't be coming in here with a dick.
Homer, his dick is too small.
Hey, Homer! Why's your friend's dick so small?
Barney,
you don't bring.
Hey,
everybody. Look how little his penis is. Marge, everyone at Moe's was making fun of Adam's small dick.
Marge started it.
Yeah. I was the first one to notice it, Homer. Shut up, bitch. Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
When is Homer going to stop abusing his son and start abusing his wife?
Shut up, bitch. The Simpsons, season 83. The special guest star.
Every character calls Adam's dick small, and then Homer tells Marge to shut up.
That would be such an awesome episode. I would watch the fuck out of that.
Yeah, me
good,
too.
dude.
It would feel good to get a TV credit.
Well, it wouldn't.
just-
No.
it would be just
you
like-
wouldn't be in it. Actually,
It'd be like The Simpsons back at their prime. Back when that show was really just the fucking best.
the uncut, beautiful
Season 5, 6, the meat of it.
Mm-hmm. Nothing stepped on. That puree.
Yeah.
Puro.
Duffman says your dick is small.
Wow.
Bo bo boo doo 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 doo. Ooh bo bo chicka chicka.
Hi, you might remember me from looking at very small cocks. This one is definitely the smallest one I've ever seen. I'm Troy McClure, by the way.
I'm Troy McClure, and Adam's dick is small. Your dick is too small. Hey! Hey, is that Maggie's pussy?
Barney.
And now, Adam's dick is small dancers.
Wow. How about a round of applause for the Adam's Dick is Small dancers? everybody?
Give it up.
Yeah, they did a really good job dancing there.
That was great.
I found all these women at the battered women's shelter.
Homer, what were you doing down there?
Shut up, bitch. Bitch, Mo.
Homer, I'm not. Even though they made my character trans 3 seasons ago, you can't call me a bitch.
Is there there must be some kind of wild shit going on. Smithers is out and gay now, right?
Is he?
He's sucking cock on the show, I think.
Yeah.
On cam, they're showing yellow cock.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's the only change. I don't fucking know.
Every episode now is Homer going to the Quickie Mart, and he's like, genuflecting towards Apu, who holds like 1 million advanced degrees. And Apu's like, yo, what's up, Mr. Simpson?
Yeah.
Are you ready to become educated by the power of Indian ass?
No, that's
knowledge?
Apu's son.
Apu's like,
That's Apu's son.
No, Apu's like, yeah, that's when I use the claw.
Then he's like, "Oh, please, Apu, I'm too much of a colonizer retard to fucking understand anything." And he's like, "We're gonna talk about Michael Brown for a minute."
Mm-hmm.
And then all the characters, every character is trans now.
That's awesome.
Chief Wiggum.
Didn't
He's like,
Patty?
Yeah, I'm a girl. Wah. I've got a pussy. Wah.
Wow. What is he, Wario?
Yeah, well, he makes that noise.
Does he?
Yeah, he does.
I know that. Doesn't Patty have some, doesn't Patty get married to a trans?
Sideshow Bob, dude.
No. Later on, I think she's married to a golfer that's a
chick.
That's got to be like season 14.
It's so late.
I
I was
remember-
just watching
yeah.
TV one day and it came on and it was like
I think I know what you're talking
Once
she's
it
like
hit-
a-
once
she's-
it hit
not only is she a
season-
lesbian, but maybe it's her.
When it hit season like 15, it was like it was just checked out.
I want to say she had like an F to M husband or some shit like that, and I'm not even joking.
It'd be funny if seasons like 15 on at The Simpsons are just complaining about how other shows fell off. And that's why the show got bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just Homer being like, Archie Bunker's place was boring.
I would like to watch just a random episode from the last season.
I
think
saw
I
a
tried
still
that.
from one of them, and Otto was like the cat bus from Totoro. And I was like, I have no idea. What the fuck is happening? on
Yeah.
this show?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that a still or was it just some fucking nerd's art?
I think it was a picture of your vagina.
So it was fantasy
It was
art.
real. It was real.
Because if it was a picture of your dick and it was really small, then it would be real and scientific.
I thought it's a
No.
picture of a bus.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Your vagina is a
Every
cat
picture,
bus.
every drawing of Adam is homo realistic.
Come on, bro. Homo realistic.
There's a lot of homo realistic all
Yeah,
of that.
I didn't know that. Actually.
Yeah, I'm really into homo realist art.
Homo realism.
Yeah.
It's your favorite kind of art.
Did you see this Marge Simpson fucking?
Oh my fucking god, dude!
It really is. That's why I asked you before what that movie is. If anyone knows the name of it, I saw it. Another thing I saw as a kid that I probably
Yes.
shouldn't have. There was some war movie I saw, and I think it was about fucking Tibet, but I can't remember exactly. And a child is forced to kill their own parents. There's another movie I saw as a kid, and I forget what it is, but there's a scene where a kid's like forced into a corner in a public shower, and then like older kids piss on his face, or he gets pissed on. And I feel like there
haven't
was
seen that one
a
either.
similar like POW vibe, and it all kind of gets blended into like Empire of the Sun, 7 Years in Tibet, like Kundun, like this whole.
Empire of the Sun, is that the one with the? Or I think I saw a movie where someone's like the prince or something, the last prince of China or some shit.
The Last Emperor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't think it was that. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't
But-
remember. I saw it in school and I didn't retain much of it. I remember he's pissing in a bucket.
Yeah, I remember somebody's face getting pissed on in a shower or whatever, and
You
then
think they used real piss?
I don't think so. And then yeah, somebody being forced to shoot their own parents. But anyways, I imagine having to animate the Marge Simpson doing that Donald Trump.
Yeah.
The president said,
Yeah.
actually, Orange Batman, never Trump bad. The Simpsons vote Kamala good, Trump bad.
That's
Did
like
they
being-
call her Marge or something? Like what? Why was she even doing
Trump said that Kamala Harris sounds like Marge Simpson. And she's like, I always tell my kids not to name call or whatever. It's like, but yeah, being an animator and having to make that, it's like being forced to shoot your own parents.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
During the occupation of Tibet by
It's
China.
essentially
If
the
that,
same thing.
If that is what the movie I'm thinking of, or having your face pissed on by a bunch of other boys in the showers, which again could have just been a nightmare, because I want to say it was Macaulay Culkin in that role, and I don't think it was.
Right. But in your head, anytime it's a little kid like crying, it's Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
Anytime a little kid is doing something with gravitas,
Yeah.
it's Macaulay.
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, shouts out to his brother, who didn't get molested, it seems like, and just gets to have a nice career now.
Who?
Kieran Culkin?
It's their dumbass names.
Yeah, they're bad names.
Yeah.
But he's on, that show, fucking Succession. And, looks like him, isn't as skinny,
Yeah.
and probably didn't get fucked by Michael Jackson, which probably Macaulay at least kissed Michael Jackson in a non-chill way. And we're sorry for that, Macaulay.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Simpsons thing is so fucking pathetic. It's just like, just the corpse of one of your favorite of your grandfather or something.
You know, that the president said that Mexicans are all rapists.
Marge, he's right.
His barge is in.
Marge, shut the fuck up.
Shut up.
Shut up, you fucking dumb bitch. Hey, this is Homer Simpson. Marge, did you know that Joe Biden raped Tara Reid?
Homer, we're not allowed to mention that.
But Marge, no one cares. There's more evidence for that than there was that Brett Kavanaugh did anything wrong.
Homer, stop. Instead of being a transgressive, clever satire, we're supposed to be just dog shit fucking literally Democratic Party propaganda. It's not even supposed to be comedy anymore.
It's not even a joke, homie.
It's not even supposed to be a joke anymore, Homer.
Oh, man.
The Bart Simpson's Butterfingers commercials had more integrity than whatever the fuck the show is now.
Damn, shouts out to those commercials. They were. I didn't even like Butterfingers, but you had to eat them, Mick, back in the day, or you were gay.
Marge, how about a final episode where Black Bart starts off protesting and then he comes into our house and murders us for reparations?
I don't know about that, Homer.
Oh, fuck. I wish I could do any voice.
We call the episode. We call the episode. Now it's gone.
No.
Now, whatever this is.
Now you're,
now
Kermit the Frog.
Hey, Kermit the Frog here.
Miss Piggy sort of sounds like hornier Marge.
Yeah.
Hornier, angrier Marge.
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 He's just gone. I can't do it.
I'm a Homer.
Yeah.
Marge, it's me, Homer.
Marge.
There we go.
There you go.
Did you see that that Lisa got raped at Chaz?
I didn't go to Chaz. I didn't go to Chaz.
That's just a spoiled British child.
I didn't go. It's me, Lisa Simpson. From Hawthorne.
Is that a place?
I don't know.
From Hawthorne upon Randallshire. I'm from Wensleydale.
Damn, they have such stupid fucking names.
Yeah, and they control the world.
It's wild.
Yeah.
How? Did they just get on a nice win streak? Like, they beat France, and then they were like, all right, I guess we're going to try and beat the next one. And
Yeah.
they just kept winning?
They just said, let's keep it going.
Why? Do they have a good Navy? I guess they had a good Navy, right? Or
Yes, Navy, Army, something.
That's so fucked. British people are so fucking such bitches.
Yeah, it's crazy because you think about like ancient empires or whatever, about like, you know, the Mongolian Empire and
Yep.
and then I mean that was probably the most expansive, and then
Alexander had some nice stuff going though.
yeah, Alexander's wasn't as expansive as the Mongolian Empire.
Well, but you know, he's probably cooler.
He was gay.
He was gay. He
Yeah.
was sucking and fucking. He's sucking cock. He's sucking pussy. He's cooler in that regard. He's got a fucking library.
Yeah.
Who knows what kind of cool shit they had in that fucking place?
Yeah, I think they had PlayStation VR.
They probably had PlayStation already. Alexander the Great was playing fucking Dreamcast. He was out there playing Crazy Taxi, getting his dick sucked by a guy and a Indian guy and a girl from Egypt, dude, at the same time.
I love when people try to make like a cultural argument for how like the end of our like the American Empire is caused by the same like cultural inputs as like the end of the Roman Empire. They're like, it was degeneracy that brought it down, as if it's like the problem with like why America is going to slip. It has nothing to do with like trade or economics.
Right.
It's only because black people are allowed to have their own TV shows.
Well,
That's the reason.
wouldn't degeneracy be more the people making the TV shows or fucking children?
No,
on an island?
No, because that's actually how the empire was built.
I see. That's true. Yeah. Elites get to fuck kids. I see. That's
yeah,
how it
yeah,
works.
yeah.
That's how you build empire.
You just do it in secret.
Right.
Mhm.
You have the decency to do it in secret.
Yeah, yeah.
I get that.
Homer, did you know that Donald Trump visited Jeffrey Epstein's island?
Marge, Bill Clinton went there more than anybody else. As long as you're going to bring that up.
If we're bringing that up.
Let's be honest here. Bill Clinton was on the island 21 times. There's multiple pictures of him with the victims that came forward. You dumb bitch.
Shut up, bitch.
Yeah. Shut up, you Marge, you have a dog's
You're
brain.
being a dumb bitch.
Marge, you're being a fucking bitch.
It's very important that we all vote for Joseph Biden.
God, that shit was horrible, dude. It made me sad as fuck.
Homer, did you say that Carl from work isn't voting for Joe Biden?
Well, I think Carl should be able to vote for whoever he wants.
Well, if he doesn't vote for Joe Biden, he's not black. You go tell him he's being an Uncle Tom.
Marge, I can't tell Carl he's being an Uncle Tom.
Why?
Well, for starters, I don't know which one's Carl and which one's Lenny. I don't even know who Tom is. Besides, there's already a guy at work named Uncle Tom, and he's Chinese.
Oh, hello, Mr. Simpson.
Yeah, I guess I could do all the ethnic characters on The Simpsons.
Yeah, hello, Mr. Simpson.
It's Homer. It is me, Apu.
Hey, Homo.
Hey, Homo.
Homo, is that guy's name Uncle Tom? But how's Carl sound?
You had it at the very beginning.
Yeah.
Hey, Homer.
Hey, Homo.
Oh, jeez, Homer.
Oh, I'm getting my dick sucked over here, Homer.
Homer, have you seen Carl? Apparently there's a Chinese guy named Uncle Tom.
Hey, Homer.
Hey, Homer.
Hey, Homer. We're going to rape some chicks. Epstein style. A storm is coming, Homer.
Yeah.
The reckoning is coming, Homer.
Yeah, Flanders would definitely be a QAnon guy.
No.
100%.
You think so?
Yep. We got good diddly goody worderino from Q Arena Dooney. Donald's going to be 100%.
No, Donald Trump is too immoral for Flanders, dude.
Is he?
Yeah, Flanders loves God.
Because people are like Homer would vote for Trump, and I don't know. I don't think Homer would give a shit.
Yeah.
I don't think Homer votes.
Right.
You know?
But I think Flanders would honestly Trump he cheats on his wife. You know, he's had multiple wives. He's just a philanderer.
Yeah.
Like Flanders would like some fucking loser like, I don't know, Mitt Romney, although he's Mormon. I don't think he'd get side pussy and win Flanders' approval.
Really?
That's my read on the guy.
Well, suck diddly penis.
Well, I changed my mind. I'm fucking hokely dokely gay.
Hey, Maud, bad news. Turns out I'm a fat diddly egg.
I'm a homerino.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
a
you know
homo.
my rules. My bad.
Never mind, I'm a homosexual.
It's
I'm
me.
gay.
Gay flame. And now I'm gay
I'm
diddly.
sucking most diddly dick diddly.
I can't wait to get fuckily diddly in my ass.
My ass a diddly fuck the
Ass a
diddly
diddly fuckarina doony. I can't wait.
I can't. Well, being religious is gay. I'm
gay.
a fucking homo
Well,
now.
season 27. I sure as fuck ain't going to church arena deeny. I'm staying home to suckily diddly cockerino.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
We've unlocked it. We've unlocked the formula.
Marge, I can see Flanders' penis from the living room. He's putting it into Todd's ass.
Yeah.
This hurts, Dad.
Well, that's just part of being a demon-crat.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Gay Flanders.
Yeah.
Homer, I'm going across the street to George Bush's house to suck his penis in exchange for him denouncing Donald Trump. We need good old-fashioned Republicans like him.
He's good now, homie.
But Marge, you don't have any principles. And on top of that, you're not funny.
The least you could do is
be funny. If we're going to be just amoral, spineless bullshit, we could at least be funny.
Nah. That's over. Man, how long has that fucking show been on? It's wild.
My entire life.
It's insane.
1989 was the first season.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow. Fuck.
Yeah.
Wow. Our whole lives. We're the same age. What if when The Simpsons ends, we die?
You know what? It sucks because it's like, you know, you think you have this feeling that life gets worse, and you think, oh no, that's just either a process of modern life or aging or whatever. But then there's like, you know, it's like you're trying to figure out whether that's internally sourced or externally sourced or something that's like true about both, you know. And there's only been one thing I've loved in my life, and it's that show. And the fact that it's still on,
right,
and that bad, is like, I mean, the fact that that show is that bad is the reason that I have any success. You know what I mean? Imagine if things were still good. If The Simpsons were still on and as good as it was, and there was a bar being set that high.
Right.
In what universe
would people listen to Gay Flanders?
Yes.
Suckly duckly my dick,
Yeah.
Faggerino.
Hey, I'm getting my fucking ass blown out of Reno. Call in now. Now I'm a DJ. Now I'm a gay DJ on the radio. You're listening to Gay Flanders Radio. Call in now.
Call in now.
Boop. First time caller here. Fuck you, Gay Flanders. Okay, why don't you come do it, tough guy?
Come do it. Come
Why
fuck
don't
my
you come?
ass.
Why don't you come drive your truck directly into my ass? I'm not driving a truck, you fucking loser. You fucking bitch. Well, I may be a queerino, but I'm definitely not a bitch. Why don't you come down here? I'll bite your dick right off and spit it into your asshole.
Yes.
I'll throw up into your ass like a little baby bird, make you fuck yourself. Then we'll see who's a bitch, sweet lips. You're listening to Gay Flanders Radio.
I watched the new episode of The Simpsons last night. It was just on TV. I haven't seen The Simpsons in like 20 years. Insane. It's just Homer's like tweeting the whole time.
What?
He's like, yeah. He's like leaving Yelp reviews about Krusty the Clown.
What?
And then Krusty tries to kill Homer with his Tesla.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm serious. Krusty's got a Tesla and he's like, I gotta kill this guy.
Fucking couch and is just tweeting
Yeah.
all the time.
That's
Oh
fucking
my God.
horrible.
Is he a Trump supporter?
Is he alt-right?
I don't know. I have no idea. I mean,
He must be. He has
Homer
to be.
feels like he would be.
fucking-
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
well, it's funny too because you can hear in the voices of the actors how like old they are.
Oh my
Bart's
God.
like, don't worry, Krusty, I'll hide you.
Isn't the woman who
But
did
that's a
Bart
woman,
dying
right?
of cancer?
What's that? Yeah, Nancy.
Yeah, she's got like
right?
cancer. She's like dying.
All right then. Okay.
Eat my shorts.
Edna Krabappel died.
Damn.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
What happened?
Edna Krabappel died.
The lady that does her, I guess?
Yeah.
Does she do more than...
No, they killed the character on the show too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and Apu's gone.
Yeah, because he's racist.
Mm-hmm.
Apu. Oh man.
It's so funny how shitty The Simpsons is now that like Hari Kondabolu is like they need to get rid of that character and they're like okay who gives a shit.
Yeah. We're just cashing checks.
Well,
out.
yeah, right. We'll write off every character. We don't care.
Yeah. Like I know. We're looking for a reason to quit. Let's be honest.
Yeah, no, and they had a joke on the show because like Homer becomes like a critic or whatever of Krusty's show, and that like he becomes like a TV critic or he recaps episodes, and then the joke on the show is like Krusty's like, what do you mean? Why isn't it season 4 anymore? And it's like, look. No one is watching The Simpsons.
Yes.
Yeah, literally no.
Yeah,
Well,
it will
that's,
never come back.
That's the thing. Is like that seems so out of character for like even typing seems like not something he should do.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, like what's he do? What are they doing?
I mean, it seemed weird when Homer got a computer. Do you remember those episodes?
Yeah.
I mean, that was a funny episode when Homer's like dragging the computer behind his car and he's like, Lisa, look who got a computer.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's
there was a lot of good lines in that one. Where he goes to
I'd
the store,
believe he had a podcast.
He was like, "This is the computer that astronauts use to do their taxes."
I mean,
He goes-
anybody can podcast.
Yeah. No, there's going to be
It's
one
easy.
where Marge has a podcast,
For sure.
probably.
Yeah.
Oh God, there's probably already been a podcast episode that we just
There
don't
has
know
to have
about.
been.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably. Wasn't Homer
they-
married to Lena Dunham for a while too?
Yeah, Lena Dunham put pebbles in Lisa's pussy, in Maggie's pussy.
Yeah.
Killed her dog.
Yeah. The Simpsons Sunday, guest starring Ben Shapiro.
That seems more accurate.
Yeah.
Milhouse, you're not gay. It's women's fault. Lisa, did you know that Ben Shapiro said I could fuck you?
He's the same height as Lisa. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, fuck the Simpsons now.
Yeah,
Unless
fuck.
they, I guess, want to give us jobs. We'll write for you guys.
Yeah, hey, I would love. They should just give Cumtown the Simpsons.
Please, actually.
That is one of my favorite Simpsons joke is fucking Homer and Skinner are like having to share a room for whatever reason, and Homer's just on like the hotel bed, and there's just shit all over the place, and he's eating off his stomach. And Skinner comes up in a maid outfit, and he's like, we're kind of like the original Odd Couple. You're the messy one, and I'm the... And then Homer just goes, shut up!
Does Skinner ever fuck?
Yeah, he fucks
just
Edna
his mom?
Fucks Krabappel.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
he-
right.
he's-
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Damn.
I need to do a rewatch.
Have you seen this? What's with you saying rewatch? You've said it 4 times this episode.
Dude, I slept 3 hours last night. I'm a little delirious.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just when I hear a word multiple times.
The hem is the
it starts to bother me deeply.
I know.
To a point where I get very angry.
It is.
I have to. It becomes a
It has
serious
been-
issue in my life that I've heard something more than once.
It has been 3 times, and
The hem is
I'll
the
grant
very
you that.
bottom folded edge of a piece of clothing. Most of your clothes have at least one hem in them.
Yeah.
At the end of your sleeves, the bottom of your
Okay, I
skirt.
get that, but what is hem of her
It's
garment?
that's her pussy hole.
But why
is
would
the
they-
hem? Her garment is her pussy, and the hole is the hem. How about
Courteous.
this, Adam? Will you suck my penis?
Mm-hmm. No.
Will you suck on his penis?
Suck on my dick.
Will you suck on my penis? What do you say, Luann? Will you suck on my penis?
Does Milhouse's dad ever get pussy after that? Does he fuck a hot woman for a second, or no? Or am I making that up? His mom fucks a hot guy, right?
Yeah.
But does Milhouse? I feel like
Millhouse's
Milhouse-
mom's kind of a piece of ass.
I would fuck. I love to fuck a bitch with blue hair, dude.
Yeah.
I love dumb hair. Damn.
Will you let me taste your ass?
I would want. Listen, I would 100%. If some think about a Halloween costume you'd like to fuck. Millhouse's mom is. up
Dude,
there.
I was just saying that the other day. When I watched that episode again, I was like, damn, Luann Millhouse could get it.
Yeah.
Throw on a fucking blue wig, some fucking red glasses.
Because
Let me fuck
her
you.
body's banging.
Banging.
Yeah, her
Marge
nose-
is stacked, too.
Her face is just a big button. I mean, her nose is half her head.
Well,
Yeah.
doesn't she look like Millhouse?
She
Don't
looks
they all
like
look-
Millhouse,
Yeah, they
yeah.
all look exactly the same.
Yeah.
Marge could definitely get it, dude.
Nah.
Come on.
Of course she did. If she let that hair down,
Young
whenever she
Marge,
lets her
remember
hair
young
down,
Marge,
ooh.
dude?
Yeah. Well, let's do the ones we wouldn't fuck. Lisa, Maggie.
Yeah.
I was gonna
on
say that.
technicalities, I guess.
Yeah.
I wouldn't fuck Marge's sisters.
Definitely not.
Yeah, no.
I guess I would get domed from Edna, but I
Um,
wouldn't hit.
Yeah.
I would fuck the bee guy.
Yeah. Hi, my asshole, Adam.
Apu's wife.
Definitely. I would
Oh
smash.
damn, she
She
might
is
be one of the
hot,
hottest in the
dude.
whole show.
But she had 9 kids.
Pre her
Damn.
pussy getting blowed out. Plus, you could fuck her in the ass.
Yeah, that's allowed in their religion. That's part of the religion is you can fuck her in the ass. That's what the elephant guy said.
Yep.
Just like imagine you kneeling and closing your eyes and asking that elephant, "Can I bust in my wife's
Please
ass?
let me fuck my wife in the
Can I
ass.
please fuck my wife in the
Please,
ass?"
Baba Ganoush.
And he's
Or
like,
Baba Ganesh.
He's like, yes.
Or just Ganesh.
It's,
He's
yeah,
like-
Baba Ganoush is an eggplant dish.
Baba Ganesh. Now that's my kind of god, dude. An elephant that feeds you fucking eggplant dipped, smoked eggplant dip.
Baba Ganoush is good.
Well, we're not done naming Simpsons characters, boys.
Lisa, girls that we'd fuck.
Clancy Wiggum's
Lisa
wife.
in this future.
No,
Mm.
she sucks.
You still wouldn't fuck.
Would you
Nah.
fuck the teacher?
Future Maggie though. She's
Future Mag? Although, how old is Future Mag?
Who gives a shit? She's a cartoon.
You're right. You're right.
Good point.
Yeah.
Now I remember The Simpsons, and
They
that's
should
it.
have. Yeah.
I've been rewatching The Simpsons.
How's it
I haven't
going?
done that in a while. It's great. It's such a good show.
I want to rewatch The Sopranos.
The Venus de Milo episode.
That's a great one.
Damn,
that's Homer getting canceled.
That's Homer getting canceled 100%. And then they bring they have like 4 women on the show to talk about Homer Simpson, and the female host of the show is like, she's like, and you had an encounter with Mr. Simpson. The woman's just crying. She's like, hey, I'm sorry, I can't say anything. She's like, that's okay. Your tears are better than any real evidence ever.
That is
like,
problematic.
imagine trying to
no,
do that now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no chance.
Yeah.
Right now they're drawing Trump for some reason. Like I feel like Trump is a character in The Simpsons now.
Really?
I feel like he's in every I see him in every commercial.
I mean, that show is so fucking bad now. It hasn't been good in forever. Similar to SNL.
They did have a pretty funny sketch I saw online that was like newscasters, white versus black newscasters being like mad at each other, or like competing over which race did a crime.
Yeah.
That was actually pretty
On
funny.
this season?
Yeah, just now. It was kind of funny, actually.
Dude, I haven't seen either of the first 2 episodes.
I just saw that clip online.
Where are we at right now?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't fucking worry.
Why don't you mind your own fucking business for a change?
All right.
Stop trying to pretend like you love titties, dude. Oh, wait, that's Zelda.
Adam, did you identify with Misty?
She was
Guess
the girl.
why? Because it's the girl on the show. It's the girl from the show.
Did you?
That's the one you
No.
identify with.
I didn't watch that show. I watched Meet the Press.
It's funny. I
And the
watched that,
McLaughlin girl.
and I always thought there'd be a chance that they'd animate her.
I
Pussy.
know exactly what you
You
mean.
know what I mean? It's a cartoon, but I'm like, damn, maybe the shorts.
She
will
was a
move.
sexy cartoon.
Maybe they shot it in a way where they didn't realize her pussy was on camera.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I thought
Knowing
that
full well that it's animation.
I didn't want to see pussy, but I did think that about titties legitimately. I was like, you never know.
You never know what's gonna happen. Maybe they accidentally drew Marge's pussy in that episode where they're running around naked.
A little wardrobe malfunction.
I'm gonna definitely pause, tape it when I know the episode comes on, and then like very slowly with the VCR
That's
go
right.
through. Like maybe we'll get a peek
of her blue
of
pubes.
and I will masturbate to like a shaking image of what I think is a line.
He's Marge Simpson's line
Just
pussy.
a one line.
Yeah,
she was hot as shit, dude.
She was
Young Marge,
stacked.
dude. Come on,
naked.
She let the
sure.
hair down.
Mm-hmm. She had a fucking body on her,
Should
dude.
we all try to jack off to Simpsons porn? See if we like it.
Yeah, we should try.
In different rooms.
Yeah, on
to do
3.
this.
Let's do it. 1, 2.
No, different rooms.
3.
Different rooms.
Adam's doing it.
Oh, dude.
dude,
And I'm looking at his phone, and it's a picture of Mo putting a bottle of beer in his ass.
It's Mo, and his penis is hard, and Adam's drawing himself sucking off Mo.
Mo doing a solo.
Drawing yourself, printing out a picture of Simpsons porn, and then
And
drawing
adding it
yourself on having gay sex with Mo.
Just Adam sitting in a computer chair with his pants around his ankles, drawing, going ba 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 ba.
Damn, I can't wait to be done with this drawing so I can jack off. Taking lessons for like 6 months to learn how to draw.
Yeah,
that would be awesome.
I'm gonna
dude.
start going to nude model classes in sweatpants.
Smart.
Pop a couple of blue chews
Yeah.
beforehand. And you're like, nah, I just love drawing.
Love the craft.
I get excited about painting for the last time. Fucking bitch. And you're like, yeah, but you didn't even you brought a composition notebook and a bic. Yeah, this is how I draw.
Okay, you guys are being fucked up, dude.
Yeah.
I paid the fee like everybody else. Actually, no, you didn't. You still owe us for the last 4 classes.
Well, I'm requesting student aid.
You tried to bring in a Pac-Man machine with chain marks around the center.
Midwad, your son is gay.
Dang on homosexual with me while your dad dang on fucking little gay ass son.
Mm-hmm.
I love when Fox would do that shit where it's like, get ready for it. Hank Hill meets Homer Simpson.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, me as a kid, I'd be like, I gotta see
This is fucking crazy.
This
dude.
is incredible.
No, the critic. Remember the critic in the Simpsons crossover?
That was a good episode.
That was a great ep.
Yeah.
When
it stinks.
Yeah. That one made sense because they were sort of drawn the same.
It was the same animation studio, I think.
Yeah. Whereas other ones didn't really make sense.
Yeah.
Although the Flintstones and the Jetsons, you remember that one? You ever watch that one?
No, I never really watched the Flintstones or the Jetsons.
They had a crossover.
Because those was like back in the 1960s had some banging cartoons.
They did, and they were like on prime time.
Yeah.
Like Flintstones were like a fucking.
Well, they didn't like Saturday morning cartoons were kind of an invention. There was no like, they would put children's. Yeah, I mean, like animation was like for general audiences, I guess. But the idea of like children's programming didn't come around until much later. It's weird. There's all these things you kind of like take for granted. It's the
Yeah,
way
I remember when
things-
I was a little kid, I thought TRL was like an institution.
Yeah.
That had been around since like the 30s.
Yeah.
I thought that, like, I was like, wow, I wonder what and I was like shocked to find out that it was like 2 years old.
Yeah.
Like Carson Daly was always the host.
Yeah.
I thought like Dick Clark used to host TRL.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like Saturday morning cartoons, the last one went off the air like 10 years ago.
Damn.
And it's weird to think that doesn't exist anymore.
That is weird.
Yeah, which is probably good because it would be cruel and a disservice to all of the man babies in the world if they continued playing Saturday morning cartoons. Imagine all of like the 35-year-old men that are like, you know what? I'm going to get back into watching cartoons on Saturday. And it's like, no, you need to go have a family.
Yeah, dude. You should be taking your child to Little League right now.
Right. You don't need to, because you know what? Your kid doesn't know what Saturday cartoons anymore, or even the concept of waiting around for programming
No.
instead of looking at it immediately
The
on
second
his
they
iPad.
ever want it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And which is the way it should be. Time goes on.
Marge, you know I have my dick sucking classes later in the evening.
I just
I
watched the
can't
Bird
miss my
Cage
dick
recently.
sucking classes.
That's good.
Homie, you can't suck dick in front of Bart.
I can't do Marge though.
No,
Yeah, you made it too-
Bart, get in here and suck your father's dick.
Boy, it's dick sucking time. You know I like it when you lick my balls. You have to lick the tip also. Don't forget to lick the tip.
That was good.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
If there's one thing I like, it's getting my dick sucked by my son, Bart.
Wow, what a banger, guys.
Thanks, man.
Wow, this is really.
That's great stuff, Nick.
Does it sound like Homer Simpson?
It does. It's not bad.
I gotta get
I
closer.
think that was probably one of the good parts of this episode.
Yeah.
rest
The
of
whole
it was,
episode's been really funny.
Coordinated harassment.
You know what I heard the other day at work from Lenny and Carl?
What was that?
Marge,
Homer?
did you know that Adam's mom fucks dogs?
Hey, Homer! Who's that guy, Adam?
Oh, Barney, he's the guy that fucks dogs. I got lost in between
I
the two
fuck
of them.
dogs?
Shut up. You also
hold on.
fuck dogs.
Hey, Homer! What do you know about that guy, Adam?
Oh, look, it's my friend. Fuck, I can't
No,
do
you
Marge.
Dropped it. Yeah,
fine.
he lost it.
Adam, stop. Shut up, dude.
Yeah.
Shut.
No, it's gone. I can't do
Fuck.
it.
You happy, dude?
Yeah, I could do. What impressions can you do?
Whatever, I'm doing Barney now. Hey, Adam's
good.
mom fucks dogs.
I really can't do any impressions.
I could do Tim Gunn from America's Next Top Model.
Designers.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Designers. Adam's mom fucks dogs.
No,
He's got to be
That's a pretty
singing.
good one.
No, that's not it.
I knew Mark Norman.
Oh my god.
Designers. No, it's just a gay guy. Mark Norman.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're pretty good, Norman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
Who else can I do? I don't think I can do anyone.
You could do that impression of George W. Bush, right?
Oh yeah, dude.
That classic stuff.
Marge, you know Adam's mom fucks dogs.
Stop it.
There we go. Now I got Homer back. You have to distance yourself from Barney to get back into it.
Barney fucked
Yeah.
you up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marge, I heard at work today from Barney, my friend, that Adam's mom fucks dogs.
Barney doesn't work there. Barney just goes